For centuries, intelligence has been seen as the ultimate measure of greatness. The sharper your mind, the smarter you were, and the higher you could climb. But in the age of artificial intelligence, what happens when machines become smarter than us? We've built algorithms that can predict, calculate, and even create. They can paint, write, diagnose diseases, and pass exams we once thought only humans could. So, what's left for us? What makes us different, truly human? The answer might lie in something science has only begun to measure: emotional intelligence. It's not about how much you know, but how deeply you understand. Cognitive intelligence, IQ, determines how well you perform in school, how fast you solve a problem, or how quickly you learn a skill. It can get you the job, but emotional intelligence decides how far you'll go once you're in. In a world filled with equally smart people, what separates great leaders from the rest isn't IQ, it's their ability to understand emotions, to manage stress, to connect, inspire, and lead. That's what emotional intelligence, or EQ, is all about. It's the art of being human in a mechanical world. Daniel Goleman, the man who made this idea famous, described it as a set of learned human skills: self-awareness, self-management, empathy, and relationship mastery. In simple words, it's knowing what you feel, understanding how it shapes your thoughts, and using that awareness to guide your behavior with others. Think of it as the invisible language of emotion, one that determines how well you understand yourself and those around you. And here's the truth most people miss: emotional intelligence isn't fixed. It's not like IQ. It can grow. It can be learned. It can evolve. Goleman breaks emotional intelligence into 4 domains, each one critical to mastering your inner and outer world. Number 1, self-awareness. It's the foundation. It means understanding your emotions as they happen, noticing what triggers them, and recognizing how they influence your decisions. Without self-awareness, you're like a ship without a compass, moving fast, but never sure where you're headed. Number 2, self-management. When anger rises, when anxiety clouds your mind, can you stay calm? Can you control the impulse to lash out or give up? That's self-management, the power to master your emotions before they master you. We live in an age of road rage, online arguments, and emotional outbursts. Learning to manage yourself might just be the most important skill of the 21st century. Number 3, social awareness. This is empathy, the ability to feel what others feel, to sense what's unspoken. It's what makes you a caring friend, a loving parent, a good partner, or a great leader. Number 4, relationship management. This is where emotional intelligence becomes leadership. It's about handling conflicts with grace, listening deeply, building trust, and inspiring others to work with you, not against you. Together, these 4 pillars form the architecture of human connection. Unlike IQ, which barely shifts throughout your life, emotional intelligence can transform, at any age. It's built through experience, reflection, and habit. Every time you choose to listen instead of interrupting, to calm down instead of exploding, you're literally rewiring your brain. Neuroscientists call it neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reshape itself through repeated behavior. Imagine crossing your arms. Now, do it the other way, the unfamiliar way. It feels awkward, right? That's what real emotional growth feels like. Uncomfortable at first, but powerful once it becomes second nature. Goleman once asked people around the world to describe 2 leaders, one they loved, and one they couldn't stand. The results were always the same. The hated leader lacked emotional intelligence, They lost their temper, dismissed others' feelings, and spread stress wherever they went. The loved leader, however, radiated empathy. They inspired confidence, offered guidance, and made people feel valued. Science confirms this too. At Yale's School of Management, researchers found that emotions are contagious, especially from leaders. If the leader is anxious or angry, the entire team absorbs that energy. Productivity drops. Morale collapses. But when leaders are calm, positive, and empathetic, performance soars. Because emotions, like viruses, spread fast. And the tone of an entire organization starts with the person at the top. That's the true power of emotional intelligence. It multiplies impact far beyond the individual. Once in New York City, on a humid summer day, a man boarded a crowded bus. People sat in silence, isolated in invisible bubbles, tired, distant, annoyed. But the bus driver was different. He greeted each passenger with warmth. "Welcome aboard, how's your day going?" At first, people were surprised. Then they started smiling back. He cracked jokes, gave directions, even pointed out museum exhibits along the way. By the time people stepped off the bus, they were smiling. That man's name was Govan Brown. He wasn't just driving a bus, he was transforming moods. Over the years, he received thousands of letters from passengers, not one complaint. His secret? Purpose. He saw his passengers as his flock, and kindness as his mission. That is emotional intelligence in action. A single human being turning an ordinary moment into a ripple of positivity. Imagine a world where emotional intelligence was as valued as technical skill. Where leaders were trained not only to think critically, but to feel deeply. Where schools taught empathy alongside math, and compassion was seen as strength, not softness. Goleman believed this shift could transform society, creating more compassionate parents, more supportive workplaces, and ultimately, a more connected world. Because as machines learn to think, humans must learn to feel better, deeper, and wiser. Final reflection, cinematic fade. Maybe the future won't belong to the smartest machines, but to the most emotionally intelligent humans. Because intelligence may help us build a world, but emotional intelligence helps us keep it human. This is AI Revelation World. And in the race between human emotion and artificial intelligence, our greatest advantage might still lie within our hearts.